Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to crochet a sunburst granny square. Now if you're a newer crocheter, don't be intimidated by this square. It looks complicated, but it's really not. One of the things that I love so much about this particular square is that it gives you the chance to use a lot of different stitches. To help make this even easier, I'm going to be using a self-striping yarn so that I have a nice colorful sunburst without having to weave in a lot of ends and change colors. So I'm using, I love this cotton yarn from Hobby Lobby. This is the colorway Brights. And for the white, I am just using Walmart brand Mainstays cotton yarn. So I'm going to be using for this tutorial my 4mm hook because I am finishing up a stack of these that I have been working on forever. I was originally going to make a sweater out of this and decided that I'm going to instead make a handbag. So I'll be sure to put the link in the description box below and up above here for the finished bag once I've done that. All right, so to begin, you're going to start just like any other granny square. You need to make either a magic ring or you need to chain 4 and connect your chain to make the ring that you'll place your stitches in. Let me show you the chain 4 method first. So you're going to be placing your yarn on your hook, chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you're going to take your hook and place it into the first stitch that you made. You're going to do a slip stitch, and that's going to make a tiny little ring here, little circle that you're going to place your stitches in. Our first round, you'll place all your stitches in and around this little ring that you made with your chain. Now I like to use the magic ring or magic circle. So you're going to take your yarn, lay it over your first 2 fingers. Hold the yarn down with your thumb and bring your yarn around your fingers and make an X. Then put your thumb over the X and turn your hand over. Now you're going to have 2 strands of yarn over your fingers. You'll take your hook, place it under the first strand, and grab the second strand with your hook. Pull that second strand under the first strand and twist your hook so that you have a little twist and your yarn is on your hook. As you pulled the yarn through, this yarn here, this strand moved. That's your working yarn that's attached to your skein of yarn. So I want to grab that with my hook and I'm going to pull it through the loop on my hook. So that's your magic ring and we have 1 chain formed. We're going to do 1 more chain so that we have 2 to begin our work. Now what we need to do is place 16 double crochets into our ring. A double crochet is yarning over, putting your hook into the center of your ring, yarn over, grabbing the yarn, pulling it through so that you have 3 loops on your hook. 1, 2, 3. We're going to yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops on your hook, and now you have 2 again. You're going to yarn over and pull through those 2. Okay, so that counts as our first double crochet. I'm going to use a stitch marker now to mark this first stitch for myself. I would highly recommend that you use stitch markers, especially if you're newer to crochet, because it really helps keep your work neater and helps you keep count a lot easier. So we're not counting this chain 2 as anything for this pattern. We've got our first double crochet. Again, that's yarning over, placing my hook into my ring, grabbing the yarn and pulling it through. 3 loops are on my hook. Yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, yarn over and pull through the last 2 loops. So now I have 2 double crochets. Yarn over into my ring, pull the yarn through, yarn over, pull through the first 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, so 16 of these. Okay, so I have 16 double crochets on my ring. Now I'll show you how to count them. If you turn your work over so that you see the top in the V's, you're going to have 16 V's, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and our first one counts as 16, okay? So you can either count your V's or you can count these posts here as well. I think that the V's are easier to see and count. All right, so once you have your 16, you can tighten up your circle or your ring by pulling on the tail. We'll weave that in later. And we're going to join our work with a slip stitch. So I'll need to remove my stitch marker here, and I'm going to place my hook into the space that my stitch marker was in. So placing my hook into the V, yarn over, pulling it through that V and then through the loop on my hook, okay? So that's our first round. We're going to chain 2 again, 1, 2. Now remember, in this particular square, we're not counting our chain 2s as any kind of stitch, okay? That's just helping to bring our hook up so our yarn is up high enough. Now we're moving on to round 2, which will be 16 puff stitches. To make a puff stitch, you're going to be placing your stitches into the same space that you slip stitch out of here. So you'll yarn over, place your hook into that space, yarn over and bring your yarn through. You have 3 loops on your hook and you want to kind of give it a little bit of tug. You want all of your stitches about the same height. We're going to yarn over and go in again. Yarn over, pull through. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 loops on our hook. We're going to do it one more time. Yarn over, back into that same space, pull through. Now I should have 7 loops on my hook. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, now we're going to yarn over and pull our yarn through all 7 of those loops on our hook. And we'll close that with a chain. Okay, that's your first puff stitch. I'll show you one more time here. Yarn over, place your hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through. Pull your yarn up tall. This gives you nice puff to your stitch, and it also gives you enough room to pull your hook through. So that was one time. Yarn over, place our hook into that same place, pull through. That's the second time. Yarn over, back into that same space, pull through. That's 3 times we've yarned over to give us 7 loops on our hook. I'll yarn over and pull my hook through all of those loops. Okay? Oh, and close it with a slip stitch. Okay, so for our next one, we're going to yarn over, put our hook into the next stitch, pull through, yarn over, place it back into that stitch, pull through, yarn over, place it into that stitch. So 3 times we're yarning over to give us 7 loops on our hook. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yarn over, pull through all 7, close it with a chain. Okay, so we're going to just do that all the way around, and when you get back to the beginning, which I did not put my stitch marker in, and I'll do that right now. It's my first V here. Back in, around, back in, around. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yarn over, pull through, close with a chain. We're going to continue this all the way around, and I'll meet you when you have 16 puff stitches made. Okay, I'm coming up on my last puff stitch. Yarn over into that last space, pull through, yarn over, pull through, 3 times, yarn over, pull through all of my stitches and close with a chain. Now what we want to do is, rather than joining here at my first stitch, is we're going to come to this first space after our puff stitch and make a slip stitch. Okay, so I'm just going to put my yarn through like this and slip stitch across, and that's going to help bring things in nice and tightly. Okay, so that's round 2. For round 3, we're going to be making our cluster stitches. To make a cluster stitch, it's kind of like doing an incomplete double crochet several times. I'll show you what I mean. All right, so we're going to chain 2 to give us our height. Here's 1 and 2. We're going to go into this same space that we just came out of, like we're doing a double crochet. We're going to yarn over, go into our space, yarn over, pull through. We've got our three loops on our hook. We're going to yarn over and come through 2. But now, instead of yarning over and pulling through this, we're going to yarn over and go through our space again. Yarn over, back into our space, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through only the first 2. We have 3 loops on our hook. We're going to do that again. Yarn over, back into our space, pull through, yarn over, pull through the first 2 again. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to do that one more time because we want 5 loops on our hook. Yarn over, back into our space, yarn over, pull through. This time though, we're going to pull our yarn through all of those spaces and close with a chain and chain 1. Okay, so that is our first cluster stitch. We'll do the next one by yarning over, placing our hook into our space between our puffs. Pull up like we're going to do a double crochet, yarn over, go back into our space, pull up, do a partial double crochet. We have 3 loops on our hook, yarn over, back into our space, pull through, yarn over, pull through the first 2 again, 4 loops on our hook, and we're going to do that one more time. 5 loops, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now it's time to yarn over and pull through all 5. We're going to chain to close and put a chain in between, so 2 chains. Okay guys, sorry for that background noise. My AC just kicked in and it may interfere with the video here. Sorry about that. Okay, so let's make another of our cluster stitches. We're going to yarn over, place our hook into the next space, pull our yarn through, 3 loops on our hook, yarn over, pull through the first 2. Yarn over into our space, pull the yarn through, 4 loops on our hook, yarn over, pull through the first 2. Now we have 3. Yarn over into our space, yarn over, pull through the first 2. 1, 2, 3, 4 loops on our hook. We're going to do this until we have 5. So I yarn over, back into my space, yarn over, pull through the first 2 again. Now I have my 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Time to yarn over and pull through all 5 loops. Close with a chain and chain 1. Okay, so you see now I've got my clusters forming. So I will continue that all the way around. We will have 16 clusters and I'll meet you when we're there. Alrighty, so I'm coming up on my 16th cluster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. This will make my 16th. Now with your 16th cluster, you're going to do something a little different. Rather than our chain 2 at the end of our stitches, we're going to chain 3 this time, okay? So my last cluster stitch, okay, I'm yarning over, pulling through all of my loops. I'm going to chain 1, 2, 3 this time, okay, rather than our 2. I'm going to take my hook, I'm going to go into the first chain space here between my clusters, and I'm going to do a slip stitch. All right, that's going to round us off and give us a nice complete circle. If you're going to stay with the same color, if you want to do it with this same yarn, you're just going to chain 4 here. So I'm going to use the white border, so I need to change color. So to do that, I'm just going to finish off my colored yarn by yarning over, pulling it through my loop, and pulling it all the way through. Okay, so that is going to end my first bit here, my colored bit. I have 1, 2, 3 rounds. Okay, so let me show you how we're going to place our square around our circle. So we have a circle here, right? And we want to make a square around it. So it's really just a series of making taller and shorter stitches. Your corner stitches here are going to be triple crochets. Coming around here, you're going to have a row of double crochets. You'll have a row of half double crochets, a row of double crochets, triple crochet. You're going to have a chain space and then another row of triple crochet, double crochet, half double crochet, double crochet, triple crochet, chain space, another triple crochet, double crochet, half double crochet, double crochet, triple crochet, chain space, triple crochet, double crochet, half double crochet, double crochet, and then our last triple crochet, and we're going to join together there. Okay, I don't know if this makes sense to you or not, but in my mind it makes it much easier to see, because if you know your stitches, you know that your single crochet counts as a certain height, then the next tallest is your half double, then the next tallest is double, triple crochet is the tallest stitch. So we're just going from our short stitch, next, medium stitch, tall stitch, tall, medium, short, medium, tall, tall, medium, short. I don't know. Do what you want with that information. That's just the way my mind works. Okay. Okay, so to attach our yarn, what we're going to do is make a slip knot. Don't put it on your hook yet. I'm going to show you a trick that I like. I'm going to take my hook and I'm going to place it into one of the spaces between my clusters. And now I'm going to put my slip stitch on my hook. Okay, snug it up. I'm going to bring my hook through my stitch, yarn over and pull through, and that's going to attach my yarn while leaving kind of a knot in the back. And this will also count as my first chain. We're going to chain 4 to make a triple crochet. So we count that as 1, 2, 3, 4. Now a triple crochet is simply wrapping the yarn around your hook one more time than a double crochet. So when we begin a double crochet, we wrap around and then go through our space. With a triple crochet, we're wrapping the yarn around our hook twice. 1, 2. Placing our hook into our space, yarn over, pulling through. So now we've got 4 spaces on, or we've got 4 loops on our hook, where with a double we only have 3, right? So I'm going to yarn over, pull through the first 2, yarn over, pull through the next 2, yarn over and pull through the last 2. Okay, so it's a much taller stitch, right? Now we're going to place another triple crochet into the same space. We're forming our first corner here. Yarning over twice into our space, yarn over, pull up, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, so that is the first part of our corner here. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we've just made our tall stitches, our tallest, or we'll call it our large stitch. Next is the medium sized stitch, right? That's our double crochet. So we need to place into our next space 3 double crochets. We're not chaining in between any of these groups, okay? Yarn over into my space, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. That's our first double crochet, 2 and 3. Okay, so now we've got our large, medium. Our small stitch is going to be our half double crochet. Half double crochet is yarning over, placing it into our space, pull through, yarn over, pull through all of the loops on our hook. Yarn over into the next space, yarn over, pull through all through. Yarn over into, pull through all 3. Okay, large, medium, small. Now we've got to do the opposite. Okay, we're going to do medium and then large. So our next space here, we're going to place our double crochets, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2, yarn over into my space, pull through 2, pull through 2, yarn over into the space, pull through 2, pull through 2. Okay, so as we're going around our circle, we're increasing and decreasing the sizes of our stitches so that we have a straight edge across the top, and we're getting our stitches to fit around the circle. All right, so I've got my medium-sized stitches here. My double crochets into the next space will be triple crochets. This is going to be our corner space though, so I need to make a group of triple crochets. I'll show you what I mean. Yarn over into our space, pull through the first 2, pull through the second 2, pull through the third 2. Okay, that was our first triple. Yarn over into that space, pull through, yarn over through the first 2, yarn over through the second 2, yarn over through the third 2. Yarn over into our space, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2. Okay, that's our first cluster in our corner. We're going to chain 1 and do that all over again with a triple and 2 more triples. So now we're pretty much making our traditional granny square. We're just changing up the stitches as we go around. Okay, into the next space, that was my large, I need to make a medium, which is my double crochet, a cluster of 3, okay, now we go small into the next space, which is our half double crochet. Okay, now we go medium again. We're going back up. You can imagine your square here, and we need to get taller and taller as we kind of come out to keep our edges straight. Okay, you can see how my stitches have changed in height, but the edge of my work is getting nice and straight. Okay, so the center is going to be our half double crochet, triple crochet here in the corner, and I'm going to make 2 clusters separated by a chain. 1, 2, 1, 2. Whoop. Chain 1 and my second cluster of triple crochets. Whoopsie, almost did a double there. 1, 2, there we go. 1, 2. I rarely use a triple crochet. just haven't come across a whole lot of patterns that call for that. So if you're not familiar, it's just like a double crochet. You're just adding one more wrap around your hook. Okay, there's my corner. Now I'm coming up to my medium size, which is my double crochet. My next space here is going to be my half double crochet. Next is going to be my double crochets. Now I can take my tail here and place it behind my work, and I can do my stitches right over that. Okay, I'm now in my corner, so there's my triple crochet cluster. Separate with a chain, 1, 2, triple, double, okay, now my short ones, my half doubles. Okay, and my last space here will be a medium. Those are my double crochets. Now I'm going into this space and I'm going to finish my corner. So I need to make 3 triple crochets here. Okay, I'm going to chain 1, and I'm going to join my work with a slip stitch, and I'm going to join it at the top of my 4th chain here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Putting my hook into the top of this stitch and pulling through with a slip stitch. Okay? On my tails here, we'll go ahead and sew those in at the end. Alrighty guys, so that is our completed Sunburst Granny Square. If you have any questions or anything was unclear, please leave me a comment below. I am going to be making a handbag out of my Sunburst Granny Squares. I have added one more round here of double crochets to give me a little more size to my square. If you are interested in creating a handbag with your Sunburst Granny Square, please make sure that you subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified when I get that video posted. So thanks so much for joining me today. I hope you found this helpful. If so, please give the video a like, and I will see you the next time. Bye-bye.